Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Friday edition of Source 16 News. Thanks for joining us. I'm Eddie Owen. Well, more snow. It's headed our way, and a winter weather advisory has been issued in wake of the storm. For more on what we can expect, meteorologist David Bryant joins us. David?
Yeah, a couple of changes from earlier in the day. We've seen the winter weather advisory extend off to the north and west, including all the Source 16 viewing area, and it has been extended through the noon hour for tomorrow as this system has slowed down a little bit and the track has moved a little farther toward the west. And this is only the first of 3 more rounds of systems that'll make its way through. Of course, tonight into tomorrow, we'll see some snow developing overnight and then ending during the morning hours tomorrow. That's number one. Number two, Sunday night into Monday, we'll see some rain starting off and then changing over to some snow as we go through the day on Monday. That'll start the new week, and then much colder air is set to arrive here in western Kentucky as we go through the middle of the week, and that's our third storm Tuesday into Wednesday. We'll see those temperatures, overnight lows in the teens with our daytime highs generally only in the 20s, and yet another round of some snowfall, another chance for that snow coming the middle of next week. I'll have more details coming up in my main weather segment in just a few minutes. Eddie?
All right, thanks, David. David will be back with a complete look at weather in just a few minutes. Meanwhile, in anticipation of snow overnight and into tomorrow, Kentucky Transportation Cabinet crews were out today pre-treating highways across District 2. Spokesman Keith Todd says crews will be on alert to respond to winter precipitation as appropriate overnight and into tomorrow. In addition, Todd says salt inventories for District 2 and across Kentucky have been rebounding this week as deliveries of a 15,000-ton special order arrived at local facilities. He notes that salt storage facilities have also continued to receive salt deliveries from regular supply sources this week. So far this winter, Kentucky highway crews have used 418,000 tons of road salt compared to 373,000 tons used all of last year. According to Todd, highway crews report statewide having 131,000 tons of salt in storage and available for immediate use as of this morning. Now, District 2 includes the following counties: Caldwell, Christian, Davies, Hancock, Henderson, Hopkins, McLean, Muhlenberg, Ohio, Union, and Webster. Firefighters in Graves County battled multiple fires early this morning, one of which claimed the life of a resident. Graves County Sheriff Dwayne Redmond told Source 16 officials that they responded to the fire on Dorothy Lane around 5 o'clock this morning after receiving a call from a neighbor. Redmond says crews were able to control the fire about 45 minutes later, but discovered the body of what they believe is a male. No other information about the victim was available as officials are still investigating what caused the blaze. Another fire in Mayfield left 4 children and 2 grandchildren homeless. The building was formerly known for decades as the Coffee Cup on US 45, but was converted into a home after Mary Weatherby purchased the building, where she lived with her children and grandchildren. And a third fire was reported at a house on Kentucky 129 between Kentucky 339 and Woodson Road. Fortunately, no injuries were reported in these house fires. A bill to ban a new synthetic drug that is being sold at convenience stores and other places as bath salts is one step closer to becoming law. The Kentucky House today unanimously passed a bill filed by 8th District State Representative John Tilley of Hopkinsville to ban the new synthetic drug known by many names, including Red Dove, Ivory Wave, and MDPV, which is being masked as such things as bath salts or insect repellent to hide its true intent. Hopkinsville Police Chief Guy Howie, Christian County Sheriff Libby Level Jr., and Katie's Police Chief Hollis Alexander praised Tilley for his effort in getting the bill passed into law. Under Tilley's bill, those arrested for manufacturing or trafficking in MDPV would be charged with a Class A misdemeanor, while those arrested for possession would face a Class B misdemeanor. The bill is now headed to the state Senate for consideration. A Christian County grand jury returned a no true bill today in a sexual abuse and unlawful imprisonment case against a local restaurant owner after insufficient evidence was found to warrant an indictment. 39-year-old Subway manager Sharish Patel was charged with first-degree sexual abuse and second-degree unlawful imprisonment when a female minor employee accused him of trying to kiss and touch her breast in his office last June. The employee said that when she tried to leave, he held her from behind and forced her to touch his private parts. All charges in the case have been dropped. A Graves County man has been found guilty of possessing child pornography. Court records indicate that a Graves County Circuit Court jury deliberated for more than 4 hours before they found Larry Green of Mayfield guilty on 2 counts of possessing matter portraying a sexual performance by a minor. The jury recommended 2 18-month sentences for each count of possessing child porn, but was hung on a 3rd possession charge. Green was arrested almost 3 years ago after a computer repairman found several photographs on his computer. He'll be sentenced later this month. A 15-year-old Hopkinsville girl reported to police that an unknown male allegedly came into her bedroom overnight and raped her. According to Hopkinsville police report, the teenage girl told officers that during the night between 12:30 and 4 a.m., an unknown male came into her bedroom with a mask on and forced her to have sex with him. Police were dispatched to Canton Street around 7:30 after the girl's mother called 911 to report the alleged rape. Investigators reportedly found no signs of forced entry into the residence, but collected evidence at the scene. The report said the victim was taken to the Child Advocacy Center to be interviewed. Authorities have arrested a second man in connection to a meth lab found on Harmony Grove Road near Crofton earlier this week. According to a Christian County Sheriff's report released today, 33-year-old Ricky Atwell, whose address is listed as Streets at Large, was arrested in the 5300 block of Dawson Springs Road around 10 o'clock Wednesday night after he fled from authorities on a stolen four-wheeler when a search warrant was executed at 6820 Harmony Grove Road. The report says authorities found evidence at the home that links Atwell to manufacturing meth, and when he was arrested, they found small zipper bags, syringes, and scales in the immediate area where he was located. Atwell was charged with manufacturing methamphetamine, trafficking, and possession of meth, fleeing evading police. According to another warrant signed by a judge in February 2010, Atwell is facing additional charges of manufacturing meth, possessing, theft, and tampering with anhydrous ammonia with the intent to manufacture. He was booked into the Christian County Jail under a $200,000 bond. As Source 16 reported earlier this week, the Sheriff's Department arrested 28-year-old David Sherrill of 6820 Harmony Grove Road at his home Monday morning. He remains lodged in the Christian County Jail on charges of manufacturing meth and possessing anhydrous ammonia under a $242,000 bond. According to court records, Sherrill was arrested on similar charges on July 13, 2010 and was released from jail on July 21st. Authorities have made 2 arrests in connection to an armed robbery that occurred at a Madisonville Road home last month. The Christian County Sheriff's Department arrested an 18-year-old male at Christian County High School around 10 o'clock Thursday morning. According to the Sheriff's Department, the teen's name is not being released because he was 17 years old when the crime occurred and first has to appear in juvenile court. The second individual, 22-year-old Melvin Stevens Jr. of Hopkinsville, was arrested on the strength of a warrant by Hopkinsville police Thursday night at a home on East 1st Street. Both individuals were charged with first-degree robbery and first-degree wanton endangerment. On January 16th, the police report says 4 suspects armed with guns entered the home of Brandon Wolf of 3405 Madisonville Road and ordered the occupants onto the floor. The suspects then took about $190 from a female's purse, as well as taking money out of the pockets of the other occupants of the house. When the suspects fled from the home, a shot was fired into the house that police report came very close to hitting the occupants. Police say Stevens was positively identified in a photo lineup by one of the victims. Kentucky State Police in Mayfield need the public's assistance in identifying a man suspected of using a stolen debit card in Murray. In December, state police say that a Marshall County resident reported that his wallet was stolen out of his vehicle. An investigation led to the discovery that a debit card from the wallet was used at the Murray Walmart shortly after the wallet was stolen. And then the suspect purchased a Mountain Dew and Pall Mall cigarettes at a Murray BP gas station. State police obtained surveillance photos from Walmart that you see here of the suspect. but authorities have been unable to identify the man in the photos. Photos also show the suspect leaving Walmart in a white passenger vehicle. According to the report, police believe the suspect may be from Marshall County. Anyone who knows the person in these photos are asked to call state police in Mayfield 270-856-3721 or 1-800-222-5555. State police say callers may remain anonymous. Mayfield Police Department Chief Barry Rice is working to give the department a new look. Rice's first step in the makeover was designing a new patch for the department. The patch features the Graves County Courthouse, an icon to Mayfield, the United States flag, and green trees, which represents Mayfield's Tree City USA status. The patches accent officers' uniforms and can now be seen on the license plates of the police department's cruisers. Mayfield's Ethics Board ruled against a complaint from former Mayor Arthur Byrne last night. Ethics Board Chairman Don Nowlin told Source16 that Byrne filed a nepotism complaint late last year, questioning the employment status of Deputy Clerk Jeff Lamb, a relative of current Mayor Teresa Cantrell. The city's nepotism policy says that no officer or employee of a city agency shall supervise or manage the work of a family member. Nowlin said that the board looked at the literal definition of a family member and found that there was no violation since Lamb is Cantrell's half-brother. Cantrell previously worked in the mayor's office with Byrne before she unseated him as mayor last November, winning by almost 1,000 votes. A Hopkinsville man indicted by the Christian County Grand Jury recently on drug trafficking charges was arrested at a home on East 1st Street Thursday afternoon. 25-year-old Joshua Young was taken into custody by Hopkinsville police around 3 o'clock on the strength of a warrant signed by Circuit Court Judge John Atkins July 21, 2010. Young is charged with trafficking in a controlled substance within 1,000 yards of a school. He was booked into the Christian County Jail. Well, get ready. Tonight's Mega Millions jackpot is $12 million. Saturday's Powerball jackpot all the way back up, $50 million.